MLR Robbie, welcome along to MLR Daily. First of all, let's get into the news about Jamie Vardy receiving death threats. Now, all of this centres around the whole thing with Claudio Ranieri getting sacked. At the time, there was a lot of people out there blaming Vardy, saying that Vardy had led a training ground and, locker room revolt against the manager, and that was one of the main reasons why Claudio Ranieri got sacked. Of course, Ranieri, very popular amongst not just Leicester fans, but fans in general, and a lot of people blamed Vardy for the sacking of Ranieri. Now, Vardy's come out and pretty strongly about this in an interview, and he said that his family was targeted by, as he quotes, hurtful and false accusations. A lot of fake news flying around, he said. And he said that, basically he had nothing to do with the sacking of Ranieri, that he respects him, and, that he was really hurt by the whole thing, even just being accused of being the person behind it. So he's come out very strongly against it. Of course, we know that Leicester, since the sacking of Ranieri, there's been that massive upturn. The players are suddenly playing well. They're through to the next round in the Champions League. And there's been a lot of eyebrows raised by people saying, well, why don't you do that under Claudio Ranieri? What was the problem? There was obviously some problem there. But Vardy saying, listen, it was nothing to do with me, the sacking, and death threats against him and his family is absolutely ridiculous. So, that should never happen. Another manager who's under a lot of pressure at the moment, forget about Ranieri, a guy's in a similar situation at the moment, seems to be Arsene Wenger. But he looks like he's trying to ride it out. A lot of the press today going with the story that Wenger is set to stay at Arsenal and sign a new deal at the club. Some are suggesting a 1-year deal. Some are suggesting that he might sign a 2-year deal. Now, this will be hotly contested by the fans. There are a lot of fans who are very, very unhappy with Arsene Wenger at the moment. My understanding on the whole thing, and I've had a little speak with a few people that are quite close to the situation, is that Arsene Wenger hasn't made up his mind yet. He's gone away for a few days to have a think about it, to decide what he's going to do. Despite him saying that he knows what he's going to do, it doesn't look like he's decided yet. Now, could they be sort of putting feelers out there to kind of gauge the reaction of the fans and sort of see how they feel at the moment? That could be true. But certainly, it's a really, really, a hot situation for Arsene Wenger. It's not going to go away anytime soon. These sort of things are all driven by results. We've got 2 weeks where we've got no games, so he's going to rumble on. But will he come out in that time and say he's going to stay? If he does, it's going to be very, very contentious indeed. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. Somebody who's definitely on the move, though, is Bastian Schweinsteiger. He's leaving Manchester United to join the MLS side Chicago Fire. Schweinsteiger's had a pretty unhappy time since joining Manchester United in 2015. He's hardly played this season under Mourinho. At one stage, Mourinho had him training with the kids, which, brought a lot of criticism out of Germany. Because remember, this guy's a national hero in Germany, the captain of a team that lifted the World Cup, a real leader, real stalwart at Bayern Munich over the years. And his career since he's come to Manchester United has really slid. And probably this is a good move for him, moving to the MLS, a new challenge for Schweinsteiger, and obviously a massive name for the Chicago Fire. So Bastian Schweinsteiger on the move. Manchester City have been charged with failing to control their players, and this is after the game on Sunday against Liverpool. The FA said that they failed to ensure that their players conducted themselves in an orderly fashion during Sunday's game. And the incident all centres around Gaël Clichy. Gaël Clichy, of course, gave away the penalty that led to Liverpool getting the lead in the game through James Milner. The City players were incensed about it, saying that they didn't think it was a penalty. I didn't think it was a penalty, by the way. I think it was clumsy. I can see why the referee gave it. But if you look at it over and over again, which obviously the referee didn't have the privilege of doing that, I think that it was a bit harsh. But I understand why the referee gave it. So the players have got to be more respectful of the referee. They weren't in this case, and Manchester City have been charged. Now, just having a quick look around social media, Paul Pogba at it again. He's the social media king. Now, this is a man that's out at the moment with a hamstring injury, right? But his brothers were on French TV taking part in a reality show, and Pogba's there dancing along with them. Now, you know, if you're a United fan, you're thinking, yeah, you're supposed to have a hamstring injury, mate. Take it easy, relax. Even if you are doing that, why are you putting it on social media? But it's Paul Pogba, you know, dab, 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 and all that sort of stuff. And he loves social media. He really loves social media, but he's got to get his performances on the pitch down as well as he's got his social media. And I'm going to leave you with this one. This is the brilliant one from Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Now, he met the King of Spain, and I love the caption that he put on his Instagram. He's put here, a king recognizes a king. I love that. Zlatan Ibrahimovic, the most arrogant guy you'd ever meet, but we love him. We love his arrogance. You know why I love his arrogance? Because he always backs it up. Always backs it up. And finally, I've got to thank the guys from Eton College. We was there last night giving a talk on, Arsenal Fan TV, on Man Like Robbie, and on like social media. It's really fantastic to be there. I had a great night. Thank you very much, guys, for having me. Hopefully, they've got a record for producing some of the prime ministers of this country. Hopefully, I've turned the next prime minister into a gooner. You never know. Thanks for watching MLR Daily. We'll be back tomorrow.
Man Like Robbie.
That's it.